That is not how I wanted the start of this series at all. That's probably not how all of us expected to start this series, especially with Zack Wheeler on the bump. And this is not like an entirety to blame Zack Wheeler. No way in hell. I am really disappointed in the offense tonight. I really am. And there definitely were some questionable decisions regardless of why is Mickey Moniak in this huge situation late in the ball game to maybe bring some runs home, maybe tie the ball game, give the Phillies a lead with a lefty on the mound. Why not choose Matt Vierling in that spot, the pinch hit for him? And people are going to constantly question the bullpen decisions later on in the ball game. I was completely fine going to Bilotti in the 8th inning. I thought that was, maybe closer to one of the right moves. He didn't execute. Brad Hand in the 9th inning, people are saying, oh, why not go to Sir Anthony Dominguez? You're not in a save situation. You're trying to keep your team within reach. And Brad Hand in that point didn't execute. And people are going to say, oh, the Phillies bullpen blew up. The Phillies bullpen gave up 2 runs in this game. Zack Wheeler only gave up 3 runs in this game. That's enough to win you a ball game. It really is. It comes down to the offense. 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position is completely unacceptable in this first game of a very huge series against your division rival. Yes, your pitching needs to be better. Yes, it does. It completely does. But that's literally saying, Zack Wheeler, you got to be perfect out there. You can't allow more than 2 runs. Oh yeah, I'm not, throwing Zack Wheeler off the hook. No way in hell. He gave back-to-back home runs in the top of the first inning. It's unacceptable. But he completely settled down after that first and second inning. He gave you a chance to win. The bullpen, okay, Bilotti and Brad Hand, they didn't execute. They gave up 1 run each. Your offense, though, your offense needs to execute way better. Way too many chances with runners in scoring position, especially in the first couple of innings as well, when you have a great chance to put a lot of runs on the board against Charlie Morton to get him out of the game. But what happened is you didn't score those runs and you let him settle in, which is one of the worst things you can do for one of the team's better starting pitchers. You just cannot do that to the opposing team. You cannot let that guy settle in. You cannot let him get confident in himself. He's like, okay, I allowed a couple of runners, but I only allowed 1 run to score in these 2 innings after a lot of base runners. I think I'm good now. You can't do that. You can't do that. Once you get these runners on with no outs, 1 out, you got to find a way to drive them home. And you just didn't do it fully tonight. You did not. Your best hitter overall today was Kyle Schwarber. He had a couple of walks and he had a game-tying home run in the bottom of the 7th inning. Got to be better. Got to be way better. I'm looking at Rhys Hoskins. I'm looking at Nick Castellanos. JT drove in a run today, but he also had another chance with runners in scoring position. Looking at Didi Gregorius. He's going in a little bit of a funk right now, and I need more power from Didi. Still no home runs yet. Still no home runs from Didi. He's got to be better. He's got to be way better. So, before we get into the rest of this ball game, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to TTP Sports. The most important thing you can do is hit that subscribe button. I will greatly appreciate that. If you're looking for all the latest Philadelphia sports news, recaps, and events, this is the place to be at, depending on an outcome. Great or miserable, depending on the outcome. And if you are a current viewer of the channel, I'm grateful for you being here that long and looking to continue that down the road. And if you're looking for tickets to upcoming sporting events, concerts, whatever you can think of, use the code TTP Sports down below for $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. So tickets to any upcoming Phillies home game, road trip, whatever you can think of, it's a great deal to not pass up on. $20 in your pocket avoids the fees. Use that for anything you can think of. So do not pass up on that deal. Use the code TTP Sports for $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek today. So the Phillies dropped this first game of the 3-game set with the Atlanta Braves by a score of 5-3. Runners in scoring position was the biggest issue in this entire game for the Phillies. Zack Wheeler, I thought basically after that first inning, I thought he settled in very nicely. He goes 6 1/3 innings, 5 hits allowed, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts on 104 pitches. He gave you a chance to win. He definitely gave you a chance to win. I didn't mind. Corey Knebel came in to finish that job in the 7th inning for Zack Wheeler. He did fine. He got 2 outs on 14 pitches. Andrew Bilotti comes in for the 8th inning, got the first guy out on a strikeout. And then he allows, he hangs a slider. Matt Olson sends it out for his second bomb of the game. I'm still, I'm not going to overly complain going to Andrew Bilotti in that situation. Who else do you... I know he's saying, oh, bring out Sir Anthony Dominguez, bring out Brad Hand in that situation. But Sir Anthony Dominguez is your 9th inning guy now. We've seen that over the past couple of games. Sir Anthony Dominguez is the 9th inning guy. maybe bring out Brad Hand for that situation, but then Brad Hand's going up against a couple of right-handers, but he also went up against a couple of right-handers in the top of the ninth. So yeah, there's definitely some question marks, but I think bringing in Andrew Bellotti, who honestly his past couple of outings has been pretty solid. So in hindsight, the move isn't bad. It isn't a bad move whatsoever. He hung one slider and made one mistake, and that one mistake lost you the ball game. But still, I'm not. Andrew Bellotti is my least on the lower list of my worries from this entire game. My biggest worry or biggest problem is with the offense. The offense lost you this game. It really did. Besides Kyle Schwarber, nothing else really happened besides a JT Realmuto RBI single and a double Herrera ground out, which brought home an RBI. You need way more. You need way more. Just looking through this ball game. Offense, like I said, 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position. You left 7 runners on base. After that, top of the first inning for the Braves, where Travis d'Arnaud and Matt Olson go back to back. Maybe some poor location from Zack Wheeler's part there, but still he settled in. You go to the bottom of the first inning. Kyle Schwarber and Rhys Hoskins lead off getting on base. Schwarber walks, Rhys Hoskins singles. And Castellanos then strikes out. But then JT Realmuto gets an RBI single, scores Schwarber, moves Hoskins over the third base. It becomes a 2-1 game. Didi strikes out. Not a good at-bat from Didi. JT then steals second during Odubel Herrera's at-bat. He strikes out on 3 pitches. Not good. Not good there. You can't be striking out that easily. Zack Wheeler settles in the second inning. Bottom of the second inning, besides, Bryce and Stott, he gets on with a single, but then he gets picked off at first base. So you don't want to see that. You definitely don't want to see that. So quiet inning from the Phillies there. Top 3, a leadoff single for Harris, and then Dansby Swanson flies out. But I guess the way Odubel Herrera played the ball allowed Harris to tag up from first base to steal second. Honestly, that can't happen. In my honest opinion, that can't happen from Odubel Herrera. That just can't. You can't. I understand the guy has, top of the end speed in Harris. You just can't allow that to happen. You can't allow a guy to steal second base off on a fly. I know the ball went to the warning track. You got to find a way to prevent that. Because then the very next batter, Travis d'Arnaud, brings him home with an RBI single. It was a 2-strike count as well, so maybe not the best efficient work from Zack Wheeler on that part. But that was his last batter of the game. Well, not his last batter. It was his last run allowed of the game. Got out of that inning. Go to the bottom of the third. This is where it's weird, this inning specifically, because both, once again, Kyle Schwarber and Rhys Hoskins lead off the inning getting on base. Kyle Schwarber would walk and Rhys Hoskins would walk. This is weird. Nick Castellanos, bat on ball, drove at the right field, was dying out there. Adam Duvall on the end makes a nice catch, but then he throws it to second base. Okay, he tries to get Rhys Hoskins out. I guess Rhys Hoskins misread the ball, which honestly should be doing. Maybe he felt the ball landed. It's something weird there. But then originally the umpires called a triple play because they thought Kyle Schwarber, I guess, tagged up too early or something, or didn't tag up too early. He ran too early from the catch, which was obvious that he did not. He tagged up at the right time, like right as the catch happened. He was safe at third, but then it turned into a double play, and nothing happened there because JT Realmuto flied out. So nothing going on there. So once again, 2 leadoff runners and no run score. So if you're looking at the innings 1 through 3, you had, I would say, 5 base runners, or let me see, how many base runners did you actually have? You had maybe 3 base runners in the first inning. 1 scored, and you had a base runner in the second. Nothing happened there. He got picked off. So you had 5 base runners in the first 3 innings, and only 1 of them scored. Not good. Not good at all. Bottom 4, Didi Gregorius leads off with a walk. Alec Boehm gets a single with 1 out, so you get a first and second situation. Bryce and Stott grounds out, chops it to first base, so you get a second and third situation for Mickey Moniak. He strikes out. Starting to get very impatient with Mickey Moniak again. I really am. Because it's really looking like this kid cannot hit MLB pitching at all. It just can't. Every at-bat I see, pop up, chop single, strike out. Not seeing anything at all. Not seeing like what we saw in spring training. Oh boy. Top 5, Zack Wheeler doing fine. Bottom 5th, Phillies go down 1, 2, 3. Then you go bottom 6. This is where one of the other questionable decisions in this game come in. Didi Gregorius get the triple. Kind of an odd play by Marcell Ozuna in left field. Kind of let that happen. Weird diving attempt. Ball was just fair, hit the line. Goes behind him. Didi goes to third on that play. Odubel Herrera, I guess you can call it a productive out. Grounds out, scores Didi, makes it 3-2. Alec Bohm with a 2-out single, then Bryson Stott with a 2-out single allows Alec Bohm to go over to third base. Morton comes out, bringing in left-hander Lee. Question mark decision here from Rob Thompson. Why is Mickey Moniak batting in this situation? Why not try to opt in, pinch hit Matt Vierling, and then Matt Vierling could go in the field? Why are we leaving Mickey Moniak in there? Because Mickey Moniak pops up. 0-2 count, swinging at everything. It pops up. Now, I am all for giving guys confidence. I am. But you are trying to win this game. And right now, Mickey Moniak isn't doing anything. Go to a guy that's actually been more productive lately in Matt Vierling in this situation against a lefty, who he does hit better against. Maybe something different happens. It's not guaranteed, but it puts you in a better spot. Because Mickey Moniak flied out and no runs scored there. Zack Wheeler comes back out for the 7th inning, which was very surprising because his pitch count was like around 95, 96 going into the end of the 6th inning. He gets the first guy out, but then he hits Adam Duvall with a pitch. So Corey Knebel comes in, and he manages to get the next 2 guys out. Harris strikes out, and Swanson flies out. Nice, couple of outs there from Corey Knebel. Go bottom 7. Kyle Schwarber on the first pitch he sees. He crushes it to center field, goes out of the yard. It's its 11th home run in the month of June, and he just continues to be amazing. Continues. But then nothing happens the rest of the inning. Ground out by Hoskins. McHugh comes in to face Castellanos. He strikes out, and then JT strikes out. And McHugh out there was leaving a little bit of hangers. I'm not going to lie. He was leaving a little bit of hanging pitches there. Phillies were not taking advantage of it at all. Then you go top 8th. Andrew Bellotti out there. Strikes out Travis Darnell. Then he leaves a hanging slider right over the middle of the plate, and Olsen lines it out of the ballpark, goes into the first row. Second of the night comes a 4-3 game. Bottom of the 8th for the Phillies. McHugh back out there on the mound. 1, 2, 3. Herrera, or actually Didi, Herrera, and Alec Bohm all out. Go top 9. Brad Hand comes in. Gets Contreras to strike out for the first out, but then he gets a single by Arcia. Arcia battled in this at bat. It was an 8-pitch at bat. So credit to him. But then Adam Duvall doubles down the left field line. There was, people were probably going to say it's a questionable check swing. It kind of looked like on the replay he checked up, so I have no issues with that, even though there were a lot of questionable calls by the umpires in this game, a lot of questionable strikeout calls on both sides, so umpiring definitely wasn't the best in this game, but nowhere in close led to the outcome of this game whatsoever. No way in hell. Duvall doubles, Arcia scores, and then that allows Duvall to go to third base. But on this double by Adam Duvall, Arcia is getting the stop sign from Ron Washington over at third base. Phillies bringing the ball in. Arcia completely goes by the stop sign. Didi Gregorius has a chance to throw Arcia out at home. Terrible throw. Completely, puts JT in an awkward position. Can't get the ball in time to tag Arcia. If Didi has a better throw there, you might have a better chance of getting Arcia out of the plate. So it's a bad throw by Didi. 5-3 ball game. 5-3 is a whole lot different than, or 4-3 is a whole lot different than 5-3 going into the bottom of the 9th. But it's a 5-3 ball game. Bottom 9, Phillies go down 1-2-3. Munoz and Matt Vierling pinch hit in their situations against the lefty out there in Minter, and Munoz grounds out. Honestly, he chopped the ball. If there was a faster runner in that situation, he would have probably been safe. Matt Vierling strikes out. He battled in his at-bat, and then Kyle Schwarber grounds out. That's your ball game. Phillies lose 5-3 in that situation. The record is now 39-36. Looking at the lineup today, Kyle Schwarber overall I thought was your best hitter. He went 1 for 3 with 2 walks with the solo shot as well. 2 runs scored as well. Rhys Hoskins went 1 for 3 with a walk. Nick Castellanos a bad day at the plate after his 4-hit day on Sunday in San Diego. Goes over 4 today with a couple of chances with runners in scoring position. JT Realmuto goes 1 for 4 with an RBI, 2 strikeouts. He got an RBI hit in the beginning of the game, but nothing really else the rest. Didi Gregorius did have the triple, and he scored in that situation, but still, I need way more power from Didi. Way more power from Didi. Still no home runs for him, and it's almost July. I understand he missed a good chunk of time here, but I need power from Didi. He has it in that swing. He needs to find it. I like that he uses the entire field now. I need power from Didi. Odubel Herrera, 0-for-4 with a RBI groundout, 2 strikeouts. Alec Bohm went 2-for-4 in this game. Bryson Stott went 2-for-3. Munoz in his pinch hit ability went 0-for-1. Mickey Moniak, terrible game. He went 0-for-3. And just going back to Mickey Moniak again, I'm getting really impatient with him. Like I said earlier, it feels like every at bat, pop up, strikeout. He swings at every. It just really feels like now. Like I was going to give him a chance at the beginning of the year before he got injured in the last spring training game. With the way he was hitting in spring training, I was willing to give him a chance. But the opportunities that I've seen him this year, it doesn't feel like he can hit major league pitching. It really doesn't. He was hitting all these bombs in spring training, but, regular season is completely different from spring training. I'm getting really impatient with it. Maybe people will like to bring up Bryson Stott. Bryson Stott has shown you glimpses this year of he can be a good hitter in this league. Mickey Moniak has shown none. Mickey Moniak has shown nothing that he can be a good hitter in the Major League Baseball. Something's got to change. I'm all for giving guys confidence. I am. That's what I like what Rob Thomson does. But there are certain situations where you probably should have pinched it for Mickey Moniak in that situation in the 6th inning. I know Kyle Schwarber eventually tied it, but who knows? Maybe Matt Buehling does something there too. Maybe he drives in a run. It's not guaranteed. I'm not saying that. But, switch it up a little bit. Switch it up. Does Mickey Moniak play tomorrow with right on the mound, a righty? Who knows? Who knows? But overall, like I said, I'm very disappointed in the offense. Very disappointed in the offense. Too many chances with runners in scoring position. Way too many. And it's not even saying like the Braves had to miss the most fantastic day at the plate either. The Braves only had 4 runners in scoring position opportunities. They got the timely hits. That's the complete difference from this game. Braves got timely hits. Phillies did not. And the Braves pitching, honestly, the bullpen, they came out, they did their job. And like I said, I'm not completely blaming this entire loss on the Phillies bullpen. I'm not. I'm not blaming this entire loss on the pitching either. It's the offense. It is the offense that lost you this game. Because look at the Braves lineup. Swanson goes over 5. Their best guys at the plate today were Darno and Matt Olson. Riley went 1-for-4. Ozuna went over 3. Ford went over 3. Arcia went 1-for-4. Duvall went 1-for-3. And Harris went 1-for-4. They went 1-for-4 with runners in scoring position. Their pitching settled in? No. Charlie Morton settled in when the Phillies had a lot of chances to, get some runs on the board off of him. He went 5 2/3 innings, 7 hits allowed, 2 runs, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts on 102 pitches. Lee came in. He allowed the home run to Kyle Schwarber, so he was their worst pitcher of the night, basically. McHugh came in. Like I said, I thought he left some things hanging. Phillies just didn't do it. He struck out 4 batters. And Minter came in and got the job done. I was kind of surprised they didn't go to Kenley Jansen in the 9th. I guess because of their last game I saw, he pitched like 28 pitches or something like that in the 9th inning against the Dodgers. Did he blow that save? I kind of feel like he did. So maybe that's the reason why they didn't go to Kenley in the 9th there. But still, overall, your offense has to be way better. Way better. Way better. And we can't keep going the ho-hum. We don't have Bryce Harper because you still have a lot of other guys capable in that lineup. You do. Kyle Schwarber is proving it, but you have other guys that are capable as well. You have Rhys Hoskins. He's capable. Nick Castellanos and JT Realmuto. I know a lot of people want to shit on them, and I've been shitting on them too. They're playing bad baseball. Doesn't mean they're bad baseball players. They got to find a way to step up. They do. There's something in there with Nick Castellanos. There's something in there in JT. Sometimes it does only take one swing, but we kind of seen that a little bit this year, and it hasn't happened. You got to find a way. You got to find a way. No excuses. No excuses whatsoever. Didi, like I said, I need more power from Didi. I need way more power from Didi. Those big guys right there. You got to find a way. You got to find a way. And people I know are shitting on the bullpen tonight. The bullpen went on a huge stretch last week. The bullpen was really good last week. Yeah, they were due to give up runs. They were. It's not an excuse. I am not giving them excuses whatsoever. I was fine going to Bellotti. He made a mistake. Brad Hand made a mistake. Your offense need to be way better in this game. Pitching was the least of my worries in this game. Complete, least of my worries. Some guys in the chat right here. I see some Braves fan too. I do tend to get a lot of Braves people when the Phillies play the Braves. Don't mind that at all, but still, it's weird. Julian says DD 15 mil, JT 20, Nicholas Castellanos 20. Center field is also a black hole. This team has no clue how to win big division games. I thought Thompson mismanaged the bullpen as well. Bilotti isn't an eighth inning guy. Sorry. I think you're overlooking the Bilotti thing. Bilotti has been fine in his past couple of outings. He literally closed the game out Sunday. So if he isn't an eighth inning guy, I don't know what to tell you. Bilotti wasn't the issue. Yeah, of course, you're going to bring up the money with JG, Nicholas Castellanos. Like I said, Nicholas Castellanos and JT Realmuto, they're playing bad baseball. They're not bad baseball players. They got to find a way to get out of it. Got to find a way. Jameson says, chop on. Scott Lewis says, Charlie Morton was saying, let me put men on base for you with 4 walks for Nick Castellanos over 4 with 2 strikeouts. Jameson says, once again, the Phillies bullpen leaking oil like always. But Jameson, if you didn't realize, the past week, the Phillies bullpen actually didn't allow a run. So this is the first game they've allowed 2 runs since. So, yeah. I know it doesn't mean anything at this point. They did allow 2 runs in this game, but still. Jameson says, why rust a veteran starting pitcher who has won a championship in the past because he knows how to bump through a game when he does not have good stuff? Okay. Motivated. Dedicated says, let's go Braves. Jameson says, our veteran pitcher was able to do a better job of dealing with traffic on the bases. Scott says, please let me understand why Vierling is not playing more. Why Moniak? I don't know. Mr. 89 says, Herrera in this game, throw up. He did get the RBI single, so not single ground out, but still, we need to be way better. Jameson says, sounded like Mickey Moniak is just a 4A player, only went first overall in the MLB draft. Scott says, credit is due for McHugh. He really made our bats look really bad, really set up the 9th inning for Minter. The bats were pure silent. Yep, they definitely were. Ryan says, Kenley's on the IL. For some reason, I thought I saw him on the stats for Sunday. I got to look that up again. For some reason, I think I did see him in their Sunday game against, unless he was just put on the IL and I'm mistaken for that. Maybe that's the reason. So yeah, if I go to their last game against the Dodgers, I look at that box score. Braves. Okay, he did pitch on that Sunday, so I guess he just went on the IL. Oh, Kenley's having heart problems again. Oof. I feel for him. Hopefully he gets better. Hopefully he does get better. If you can't hit runners in scoring position, you will lose more than you would win. Yeah, it's obvious. That's completely obvious. For the heart, for his irregular heartbeat. Okay, yeah. I feel bad for him. Hopefully he does get better. I know he had this situation in the past with LA, so hopefully he finds a way to get healed up. Definitely don't want to see that with your back end of the bullpen guy. I know he's had those problems before, so hopefully he finds a way to get better. But still, overall, it's just back to the Phillies. I'm just very disappointed in the offense. I really am. I think Mickey Moniak, I know he's going to get more playing time in the next couple of days. Well, not next couple of days, basically over this time when Harper's out. And I know right now people are just like, oh, ho hum, we don't have Bryce Harper. Like I said, I firmly believe we have a lot of capable guys in this lineup. They got to find a way to do it. There's no excuses at this point. You got to find a way to wake up your bat. Nick Castellanos and JT Realmuto, they're better baseball players and they have better track records than what they're showing. Simple as that. Got to find a way to wake your bat up. When you're going against a division opponent, when you're going in against, a tougher, stretch right here of the schedule, when you got the Braves the next 2 games, when you got the Cardinals, you were playing them 7 times in a week and a half span. You got to find a way to step up. You definitely do. Your schedule, yes, does get easier, but I know with the Bryce Harper news, with the he is getting surgery on that thumb, and they're playing the optimistic side to where it might be a 6-week recovery time, and he could be expected to be playing again maybe by the end of August, beginning of September. So right now, I'm not going to, I'm not going to, take that as per word, because I feel like a lot of people or especially sports teams, they like to push the optimistic side of an injury out there to say like, oh, this might not take as long as we probably think it's going to be. If it's 6 weeks, okay, that definitely helps the Phillies out a lot, because maybe it'll be Harper comes back sooner, but then you also have to think about, is he going to be fully 100% when he comes back? Gripping the bat is going to be difficult for him with that thumb. I know Bryce Harper said this is the first time he's dealing with any type of broken bone. So he's not used to this whatsoever. He's going to have to figure out how to get used to that, especially coming off of a surgery. Gripping the bat, swinging as hard as he does. There's a lot of question marks when it comes into that. Definitely it is. And then you also see Zack Eflin being put on the 15-day IL. It's a really big question mark with Zack Eflin with the knee issues. Seen that last year where he got the season-ending knee surgery, and it's the same knee that is bothering him. So that is a huge, worry right there. Because now Friday was supposed to be Zack Eflin's start. Now Bailey Falter is going to get into the rotation and pitch on Friday against St. Louis. So that's a question mark right there. There's going to be a lot of question marks because, you can definitely tell because they're still going to be within it. I'm not saying, I feel like people are right now, they're all doom and gloom with Bryce Harper. Yes, I completely understand being, upset not seeing Bryce out there. It definitely does damper the mood a little bit. But I still think, like I said, there are capable guys in this lineup that can maybe help you tread water a little bit. You got to find a way. Nick Castellanos, I'm looking at Nick Castellanos and I'm looking at JT Realmuto because Kyle Schwarber is doing his job. I'm also looking at Rhys Hoskins. I am. And Didi Gregorius because Kyle Schwarber is doing his part. He's hit, 4 home runs in the past couple of games so far? 4 home runs, maybe 3 home runs or something like that. I think 4 home runs. He's going on a long stretch of home runs. We all know this in the month. Right now, it's just, like I said, you got to wake the bats up somehow. Wake the bats up. It's got to happen. It's got to find a way to happen. It is frustrating, though. It really is frustrating watching the offense just, hinder a lot of those opportunities. It really does. But I think that's where I'm going to call it everyone. Before, actually, I'll look at the rest of the upcoming schedule just to look at the upcoming games with Atlanta right here. So you got tomorrow's game and you got Thursday's game. You're going to have Ranger Suarez on the mound going up against Kyle Wright tomorrow night at 7. And then you're going to have Thursday at 6 o'clock with Aaron Nola going up against Ian Anderson. You thought you might have a better chance with Zack Wheeler on the mound today? He pitched to, he gave you a chance to win. Your offense didn't come up for you. Ranger Suarez, he had a good outing his last time in San Diego. Can he build off of it against Atlanta? We'll find out. Can Aaron Nola continue, the way he's been pitching this season? We'll find out. I'm looking at the offense. I am looking at the offense right here. Got to find a way to hit with runners in scoring position. It's been a huge issue the past week and a half. Got to be better at it. You definitely do. Can't hold home about Bryce Harper. You just can't. He's out. Next man up. Got to do it. So that's going to do it for this video, everyone. If you tuned into this late or, tuned into it when, the stream's not live, I definitely recommend you leaving a comment in the comment section down below. I like to see those as always. Do not forget to drop a like on the video. Do not forget to check out everything in the description below. The painted lines, BrodesMedia, everything like that. I definitely recommend that. I also recommend hitting that subscribe button and also using the code TTPSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek, everyone. And I will see you next time.